What's up, everybody? It's Karl, aka Karldrumtech, and today let's talk about the number one thing, the most important thing you got to work on as a quad player if you want to get good at quads or tenors, whatever you want to call it. Cue the music. Alright, if you guys are finding me for the first time, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's the red button down below that says subscribe. That way you guys are notified anytime I put out a new video regarding marching arts, marching bands, drum line, drum corps, indoor percussion, and tenor tutorials just like this one. So don't miss a single upload. Make sure you subscribe if you're not subscribed already. If you are subscribed, thank you so much. And hit that notification bell as well. That way you are guaranteed to be notified anytime I put out a new upload. Now, let's talk about the number one thing, the most important thing you got to worry about, number one thing you got to be good at if you want to be good at quads. And I've done videos before, like my top 3 tips, and it's things like know your zones, be efficient, be loose, and be able to play on one drum before you can move around the drums. Out of all of those, what do you think is the number one most important thing that you got to be able to do if you want to be good at quads? Think about it for a second. And let's do this. Like leave it in the comments below. Let me know what you think is the number one most important thing you got to be good at before you get good at quads, right? Is it being efficient, right? Is it knowing your zones? Is it being loose, right? Especially like when you're moving around the drums, you're moving all over the place. Is it playing on one drum? What is it? Okay. In my personal opinion, as a quad instructor, as a drum instructor overall, I think the number one most important thing is being able to play everything on one drum and have that down solid. Okay, so, and I think that's so important because, like, for example, okay, a lot of students ask me, hey Karl, how do you get good at scrapes? And I always say, like, get good at doubles. Like, straight up, just make sure your doubles are fire. And if you're doing this, then how do you expect to scrape? Right? You gotta make sure you got that down before you can go. Right? That's really like the secret, okay? Now, yes, it does involve making sure you are efficient, right? Try not to go, right? And make sure that, you hit the right zones, okay? So that way, too, like, you get good sound quality, right? If you're from center to center, you're not gonna get good sound quality. Obviously, I can demonstrate that with quad pad. But yeah, it's like, make sure that you have really strong diddles to begin with. And it's like, if you're wondering why, okay, that your scrapes aren't good, if you're not able to make it, or if you're like rimming, right? Then it's like, think about your diddle quality. Is it really solid? Are both notes of the diddle even? Okay, those things are really important in order for you to go around the drums. Okay, but let's look at it conversely, right? Let's do something like where you go. Okay, you're being a quad player and you're hitting rim. Right? What do you do? Okay, so yes, it's important to make sure you hit the same spots every single time. Yes, it's also important that you try not to hit rim. Okay, but what if you don't hit rim and you're like doing this? Yay, I didn't hit rim, but sound quality, technique, all that stuff, right? That's important. Okay, so we got to make sure that we're establishing how we want to play on one drum. Okay, nice and loose, no tension. All right, good rebound, good sound quality. Okay, and then maintain that when you go around the drums. Okay, and if you hit rim, but you're still maintaining good technique, that's okay. It's a lot easier, okay, to fix that rim problem as long as you're doing good technique. Because we can just talk about zones, we can just talk about being consistent, hitting the right drums, stuff like that. But if you're playing with bad technique and you're hitting rim, the first thing I'm going to fix is not where you're hitting, not, like the zones, not about being, loose and efficient. It's about, okay, let's play on one drum. Let's make sure we have good upstrokes. Let's make sure we have good rebound. Let's make sure we have good sound quality. Let's make sure there's no tension. All those things, when that happens, right, it's going to lend itself to playing good rounds. Try not to go. All right? So that is the number one most important thing you got to make sure you have down before you move around the quads is make sure you're solid on one drum, like everything that you play, okay? If it's like, okay, make sure that's good. Okay? That way you'll be solid when you move around the drums. Does that make sense? All right. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, do me a huge favor, hit that like button, especially if this video has been helpful to you. All right. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comments below. And if you feel like this video could help somebody else out, maybe a tenor drummer who's a friend, maybe you know, like your fellow quad drummers, make sure you share this video with them. Otherwise, if you have not subscribed yet, after I said subscribe, make sure you subscribe, hit that subscribe button right now, and that way I can create more of these videos and send them to you. Alright, if you guys want to watch more of my videos, like quad tutorials and things like that, click over here, and subscribe over here. Peace out, catch you guys on the next one.